Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. You're watching IPO and my company in focus today is Laxmi Dental Limited. It's a company that makes dental products and one of the largest companies in India. Its IPO is opening on Jan 13th and closes on Jan 15th. Price between 407 to 428 rupees per share. It's a fresh issue of 138 crores and an OFS of 560.06 crores. So the total size of the issue is really nearly 700 odd crores. The company is valued at little over 2,352 crores at the upper end of the price band, and joining me is Mr. Rajesh Kakkar, who is the chairman and whole-time director, and Samir Merchant, who is the CEO and MD of the company. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on NDTV Profit. Rajesh, to begin with, give us an idea of the business that you are in and how which are the segments that you cater to.
Yeah, so can I have a question again, please?
Yeah, I'm saying, can you give us a sense of the kind of business that you are in and which are the segments that you cater to?
Yeah, so we are into dental business. It's like we are producing prostheses for the patient, mainly from kids to old age patient we are treating.
So adding, I just would like to add that, so we are from pediatric to the teen aligners to the caps, crown bridges to the dentures. So we say we are in a complete life cycle business of teeth.
Samir, if you can give us a sense of the fundraise that you're doing, 138 crores, what is it going to be used for?
So majority of half of it, close to 68 crores, is going to be used for capex. There is some portion of the debt repayment and the other is for general corporate purpose.
If you can elaborate on the capex, what kind of capex you're trying to put in here, because you're into dental products, so what kind of capex normally comes into?
So we are going to, absolutely, so we need the growth capital. We are investing in automation, we will invest in plant to upgrade the current plant, add more newer machinery so that we can build more capacity. As you would have seen in the past performance, we have been growing, and that is the reason we are raising this capital to grow the business further.
Rajesh, if you can come in here, you've been able to expand yourself to more than, if I'm not wrong, 22,000 odd touch points which are there. What is the plan forward with respect to expansion beyond the big cities?
Yeah, so right now we are treating that 20,000 plus dentists. So plan is to right now stick with this 20,000 dentists because we have lot many products to cater the dentists like aligner, pediatric, crown and bridge, all these things. And many times some dentists give us aligner business, some dentists give us pediatric work, some dentists give us crown and bridge work. So our target is to take a maximum wallet share from the dentist pocket.
Yeah, cross sell, and at the same time, of course, as we cross sell, we are organically have been growing, and we do not see a challenge growing in terms of number of dentists organically in the future as well.
Samir, if you can also take us through the kind of product profiles that you have and which segment attributes to what kind of revenue for you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, pediatric is the segment from pediatric dentistry to the aligner dentistry and to the crown and bridge and dentures as well. So, pediatric dentistry is in the H1 is about 16 crores, aligners, dentistry together is also doing good, and also crown and bridge as well. So, we are total of about 116 crores in revenue in H1 and about 28 crores of EBITDA and 22 crores of PAT.
And how have you changed the entire industry in form of use of products or change in bringing in digital innovation here?
So I think digital has been a tremendous change. In fact, we are doing really strong in terms of digital. In fact, if you see, the global penetration is about 23% in the world in terms of digital. India penetration we estimate is about 3% in terms of digital, while our digital restorations in India is at 62% in the H1. So we are really leading there, and digitization has tremendous advantages. where it's a great patient experience. So instead of having maybe a rubber-like impression that you take, you can have a digital scanner just moving in your mouth, and you can generate a great 3D scan. Then it can, instead of coming to a dental company like us, say in a matter of 1 or 2 days from different parts of India or different parts of the world for that matter, instead it takes about 2 minutes on an email or through our ERP portal to come to us, and then we are able to make crowns which we can deliver faster as compared to a physical impression. So that helps a dentist get faster turnaround time, great patient experience, and at the same time gives us a lot of operational efficiency in the dental company, and also an improved, faster turnaround time to the patient.
I can see, I'm looking at your margin profile. In FY24 it was the EBITDA margins were around 12.2%, and now it's gone up to nearly 19.4%. That's a very steep
Correct.
jump in margins which we are seeing. Is that the margin profile that you normally see in a mature business like yours, because you've been starting up and scaling it up? So is there further scope for the margins going forward?
I believe so, because if you see, there are some listed peers out there and they are having margins which are northwards of 25%, and we believe that what we have done currently, digitization has only been done to say 62%. Our products are currently only in 95 countries. So there is tremendous potential. Rajesh bhai always says that 100 crore की आबादी है, 32 दांत है इंडिया में, 140 करोड़ 32
Now
दांत
140 crore.
now 140 crore. And globally also there are so many people, so many teeth, so many treatment options. So I think this is just the start of the dental industry that we are doing in India, and there is tremendous potential in India and across the world.
Rajesh, the dental technologies have also changed over a period of time. From metal, now we are going to metal-free products. Zirconia is one of the fast emerging products for, for replacements as well as for crowning and other stuff. How do you look at this thing, and when from a cost perspective, how is it, how will it impact you?
Yeah, I think Samir is the best person.
He has a sample as well.
Best person to answer this question, and we have a sample for this. And your question is correct. Evolution, and we strongly believe in evolution. So Samir can explain this in detail.
So if you see here, this is like the metal ceramic that you are talking about. There is metal in the back, and you can see tooth color. While a zirconia here is metal-less. So it's called metal-free restoration in the zirconia. So this is where technologies have evolved. In fact, when business started, say years back, say in the 90s, metal crown were a very normal thing to happen. Then eventually it got evolved into metal ceramic, and now the world is evolving into zirconia. And if you ask any dentist around, I'm sure majority of the dentists will agree that zirconia currently is the best crown possible in the patient's mouth, and it's been doing wonderfully well across the world in US and Europe, and it has done well in India, and I'm sure moving forward this category will only do what it has done across the world.
And so you're saying that your margins can, as digitization progresses from 62% to maybe 95%, you're saying that margins will improve to global levels of 25%, which is available for some of the global peers.
See, again, so for us, we think it is what we are doing. We are still on the growth part, and even moving forward, the profile will definitely, we will match the peers or do better than the profile that they have. And there is tremendous potential. Again, see, the potential is so high, Sirji, that we are just scratching the surface right now with what we have done.
Rajesh, can you give us a sense of, once the capex comes into play, what is the kind of capacity that you will have, and what could be the potential revenue gain that you can have from here?
Yeah, so with the capex, as Samir says, that we are going to use in automation. So as I said in first, that speed is the product and quality is the game. So with the automation, with this new capex, we can generate digitalizations. So वो सब generate करके we can build a good business
and substantially increase our current capacities.
What is the way you're looking at to go into international markets, because you have some play there in the international market as well, as far as aligners are concerned? How are you playing that international market?
Yes. So we are already there in the international market. So we are already there in 95 countries. We are there in US. We are there in Europe. So it's about increasing our penetration in the current countries, and as we have been organically adding in the past more and more countries, the future will keep doing the same.
So you will have facilities.
And with this move, we want to tell the world India is coming.
So the point is that are you going to have facilities in those markets as well, or are you going to generate demand and you supply from here?
I think we will evaluate the options as we keep moving forward. Currently, we are in a happy space of what we are doing, but in the future, as the business expands and the business grows, we will keep evaluating how things are, and based on that, we'll take the decision.
Samir, if you can also give us a sense of the kind of business that comes in from various tier cities, because zirconia based products are more seen in the tier 1 and metros, is expanding to other cities as well as we speak, but it's a slow expansion which is there. So can you give us an idea of how you're taking it to other cities beyond the metros and tier 1 cities?
I think zirconia was probably long back a tier 1, tier 2 phenomena, but now it's spreading across India. It is there. You speak to any dentist in the country, irrespective of which city, which town that the dentist belongs to, and zirconia is becoming a restoration of choice. In fact, we have added a lot of branding factor to it. We are branding zirconia. We have done branded aligners, and that's a key factor in penetrating in India and across the world, because brand plays a key role in giving patient the safety factor, the recognition in terms of getting the crown. And I'm sure today there are a lot of people who have crowns in their mouth, but they do not know where it comes from, what brand is the product, what is the material, what is the process, what is the company that it's made with. And that is what we are trying to change, that we want to put a brand to the name. The patients or any people, in fact, anything that we wear over our body is branded. Every selection that we make as humans is branded. Why not teeth? Because teeth are very important part of the whole body. They play an important function in terms of smile and eating both. So we feel that brand presence, creation of that will give a lot of credibility to the patient, to the dentist, to know that this is the type of restoration going in my mouth, and I am confident that it's safe, it's certified, and there is great value to it.
Currently, what percentage of your total revenues come from branded products?
More than 50% is currently from branded products.
And another question which is more to do with your reach out to the dental touch points which are there. Many of them needs to be digitally aligned in terms of technology, in terms of the facilities. Are you also providing that to the dental clinics as you expand your footprint?
Absolutely. Even today, we have a great scan as a service model where we have deployed 160 scanners across India, and they are giving scan as a service where we are empowering the dentist, moving away from the physical impression to a digital impression.
Okay. And is there a amount of capital that you are deploying to expand that reach there?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the plan. Yeah.
Okay. My final question to you is that how do you see this market growing? Because it is a very fragmented market which is there. There isn't organized pan-India players like hospitals that normally we have. These are small dental clinics which are there. There's not much. How do you plan to expand, and what is the kind of expansion rate that you see in this market?
See, if you see the TAM here in the crown and bridge is India is growing at 12% in crown and bridge market. The aligner category is growing at 23%. The pediatric is growing at 14%. So there's solid growth available. In fact, internationally as well, crown and bridge is a $71 billion industry growing at 8%. The aligner is also $20 billion industry growing at 15%. Even pediatric crowns are a $2 billion industry. So the TAM is available. The issue that we are seeing is a lot of fragmentation. In fact, there is a majority fragmentation in India in the dental lab category, where CDSCO, which is the Central Drug Standard Organization, came into the picture and has put that any dental lab who is working will need a valid CDSCO license. They'll have to be ISO 13485 compatible. So when you add those things, I think the growth factor is going to come organically in terms of awareness. If you see, the awareness is tremendously grown. Means, we asked a lot of people a question just from a normal person's perspective, that 20 years back अगर आप स्कूल में थे तो कितने बच्चों के मुंह में braces थे, versus today in 2024 how many kids have braces in school and how many kids are going through a dental checkup in school, coming back and saying papa, mama, I have a cavity in my mouth, I have to go to a dentist and get it sorted. So those sort of awareness are increasing tremendously. The PPP, which is the purchasing power parity, is increasing tremendously, and at the same time from fragmentation to consolidation is also happening because of the regulatory body coming in. So we see there is tremendous growth opportunities in the country moving forward.
Gentlemen, it was a pleasure talking to you today. Your IPO is opening on Jan 13th, closes on Jan 15th, price between 407 to 428. It's a fresh issue of 138 crores and OFS of 560 crores. So the total IPO size is 698 crores. And as I said, the company is valued at little over 2,352 crores at the upper end of the price band. Thank you for joining us on NDTV today.